A woman must have money and room of her own if she is to write fiction. Words from the classic itself, Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. So, does money only bring monetary benefits? No, right? It brings comfort, it brings luxury, and it brings space for creative freedom as well. Money is important for both the genders, right? That goes without saying. But for women, since women have been deprived of basic rights such as right to vote, right to own properties for a very long time, for centuries basically. So money is more important to us, like little more important, because it brings unprecedented freedom for us. And this is what Virginia Woolf is trying to establish in this book, and it is well established. So she's writing to us, and she's addressing us, and she's telling us, write whatever you want, earn your own money, and have fun. So yeah, one of our professors was teaching us Marxism in my masters, and he said that that laborer outside working, he will never be able to, or he will never think of reading and writing poetry, books and literature or whatever. So I really wanted to disagree with him at that time, but over the years I realized that he was kind of right, because with the absence of money comes the survival mode, where you sleep on the things, worrying about how are you going to earn next day, how much are you going to earn next day. So you are worried about the basic necessities of life, food, clothing, providing for your family, right? So that does not leave space for any creative freedom or personal space at all. And she writes that we women have been poor, not just in terms of financial poverty, but in terms of a lot of things. Intellectual poverty is also there, and she establishes that intellectual freedom comes from the material things, and I agree with her. And the best thing about this book is that it is well researched. She talks about every women writer out there. She talks about Jane Austen. She talks about about Ephra Ben. She talks about everybody, every women writer basically, and she puts herself in the shoes of those women writers, what atrocities and hardships that they had to go through when they were studying or writing or reading at that times. And in that train of thought, she invents a fictional character which is the sister of William Shakespeare, and she calls her Judith Shakespeare, who is basically has equal brilliance as of the William Shakespeare, right? But the catch is that she's a woman, and like William Shakespeare, he went to school. She could not, because there was no provision for girls to attend school at that time. So she was kept at home, and she was occupied with household chores. She had no time to study or to read books. But for William, the world was the oyster. So he got all the opportunities, and he became the well-established, very famous writer. So when we ask this question, that why in history there are not many women writers out there, this is the reason why, because we did not get the equal opportunities in the history. Times have been changing, and it's just not women who are pushing each other to write or to create or to earn money of ourselves, but it is men also. Men are coming forward. There are some really sweet, really empowering and motivating men out there who are motivating their daughters, their sisters, and their wives as well, to keep moving, and to maybe to keep earning as well. Okay, so she is laying a lot of stress on writing and earning money, and she says that a lock on the door means a power to think on oneself. And then and it stuns me, and it blows my mind that a time when there was no Google, when there was no internet such thing, and now I think everything is at our fingertips. But at that time when there was no Google, and you had to physically go to library and pick up each book, and then so at that time, to have such knowledge, such vast knowledge, and uh, to write about all those things is I think is amazing. And she does not need my validation, but yeah, I loved it. So she quotes one writer, Arthur Quiller Couch, who says that a poor child in England has little more hope than had the son of an Athenian slave to be emancipated into the intellectual freedom of which great writings are born. So she's quoting, and she's again and again trying to stress on the fact that money is important. So financial freedom is important, and yeah, time has been changing, but we know. So yeah, and then she says a very inspirational thing, which is I found this is something that is going to stay with me, and I want to keep it with me all the time. She says, I would ask you to write all kinds of books, hesitating at no subject, however trivial or however vast. And she says, it is much more important to be oneself than anything else. Don't dream of influencing other people. So there are two things that we are worried of. What if we write something and the other person or people, don't validate or don't like it? So she's asking us to, to drop that thought once and pick up our pens, so that if we write whatever we want to write, but that can only happen if we have the freedom. There are multiple reasons that this book is classic. First of all, Virginia Woolf, yeah, because the kind of writer she is, whatever she's thinking, I think, yes, I've read that quote, that writing is not about the skill of writing, but it is about thinking. If you think beautiful things, or if you think genius things, then ultimately, writing is a skill. You can learn it, but thinking and thoughts, I think, yeah. So I have to give it the thought, the credit of I'm at loss of words. So yeah, the thoughts in the book are amazing. To think about every female writer and put yourself in the shoes of those writers is mind blowing, and this is why I think this book is important.